Hi everyone, this is Jason Zach from Nathaniel School of Music. Now, an important study for piano students or probably any instrumentalist is to first work out your notes. After your notes, you move to intervals, then you move to chords, progressions, if you will, and the study goes on. But just the recognition of notes itself can stay with us for our entire journey. So note recognition is not just about the note. It's not just about knowing E flat. You have to then connect it with maybe A, which is its tritone, or maybe from A you go to C, which is its minor third. Or if you had B flat's major third would be D. Uh, B flat's perfect fourth would be E flat, but then E flat's perfect fifth would be B flat. Intervals also are inversions of each other. So, what I like to do is practice four notes and put them in a loop. Usually, what I do for students and even for my workout is to give myself either a chord progression or to choose notes at absolute random. So to help us with our practice journey, we have an app called the Musical Note Generator which we built at our at Nathaniel School of Music. So I'll walk you through the process. Back in the day without the app, which was just recently, I would just write it down, figure out a progression and tell students to practice it on many keys, and never used to happen very effectively. But now with the app you can hear it, practice, see if you're right, adjust the speed. Otherwise, you need a separate metronome from elsewhere. So it's a one stop solution. You have your metronome, you have your speed, your playback controls, you have sounds also to inspire you, and you have different modes ranging from beginner to intermediate. I'm going to walk you through some of them and I'll show you how I practice piano with the musical note generator. So first off, in beginner mode, it would have either all your 12 notes selected by default. So what I like to do is generate by absolute random. So as you can see, it's generating notes random. So the sharps and the flats would also happen randomly, and they tend to sound good. We've initiated a kind of a good algorithm which makes sure that your notes are not only chromatically happening and all that. It won't sound annoying, it will sound pretty good. So generate it randomly with this button, and let's say you would like to practice this A, G, D sharp and C. What you do is you hit play, 3. If you feel that's a bit fast, reduce your tempo, and each note by default is playing 4 times. G, D sharp, C, and you can practice it on the keyboard. A, G, D sharp, C. And what I also like to do as a keyboard player is don't just play A, G, the lower D sharp. You can also play A, G, the higher D sharp, and then down to C. So the order of notes can be adjusted. So in this beginner mode, you can kind of do all your 12 notes, or if you're even more a beginner, you can filter it with just the white keys. So you get all white key randomizations like A, C, G, E. Let me try and practice A, C, G, E. C, G, E. Okay. And if I feel I want to work on my speed, I can go over to the quaver mode, 2x quaver speed. So if I play it at 2x, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. A, C, or maybe if I like some swing while I do it, or triplets, G, E, and and so on and so forth. You could go even to semi-quaver mode. Right now I'm on the 90 BPM. If you want to practice black keys, here you go. If you want to really geek out and do enharmonics, annoying things like E sharp, F flat, you'll get all that in there as well. All you have to do is keep hitting the generate new notes button. Okay, so now if I go to intermediate mode, so another thing I enjoy doing on the piano would be take any note here in my left hand and then play major thirds of it or some interval. What are the intervals again with respect to A? Let's see. Minor second, major second, minor third, major third, perfect fourth, tritone, perfect fifth, A to F, minor sixth, major sixth, minor seventh, major seventh, and octave. Right? So those are your intervals. So what I like to do is you pick a note A and only play minor thirds. Minor third from A is C. Then you pick another note E. It's minor third. G. A flat. It's minor third B. Maybe F sharp. It's minor third A. And then D. Things like that. Now, if you're thinking about which note to play with our app, you don't really have to think. It's going to be right here. And again, it will generate it in random. So, for instance, if I want to practice minor thirds, I just have to go here, choose minor thirds and hit generate notes. And there we have it. It tells me information like A's minor third is C, G's minor third is B flat, D flat's minor third is F flat, which is theoretically right. And then it kind of tells you the next note to help you move forward better. And also you get some cool facts about minor thirds. What it defines, sounds dark and somber, 1.5 steps apart, famous songs that use minor thirds, for instance, Green Sleeves, pa pa, Hey Jude. Ba, ba, that's a descending one. Pa, 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 ba, Smoke on the Water, and so on. So now let's play it. And this same thing plays, and what you are expected to do, let's go into quavers. Two, and so everything you're hearing now is a minor third, because I filtered it out as minor thirds. So you'll hear minor thirds and you watch the notes. Play along. G, D flat, then you G sharp. So G's minor third, D flat. You can get some interesting ideas also, and it's a bit tricky. Even I'm struggling right now. It's a workout. G sharp. Can improvise something. And so on. Okay, so you could do this on any instrument. Even if you're a vocalist, you might find this useful to improve your pitching or interval ability. So what you could do here is you have a system which is playing you that interval. It's on time, and you can either play that back with this exercise, the 4-note recognition, or you can improvise over that. And the randomness of this whole thing might give you a progression or two that you enjoy, that you would want to use in your composition or whatever. It might just sound cool. So you can filter off to maybe, let's say, perfect fifths, which would sound a bit more stable. Sa pa, sa pa. A flat, sa pa, G, And if you're having a doubt with what is that note, what is the perfect fifth, you can always look at the screen and use the guide and have other information. You also have an entire music glossary which kind of shows you all of this basic theory stuff, what everything generally means. So check that out if you wish. So I've talked about beginner and intermediate mode. Now the actual mode, which I think is very musical, would be the chord progressions mode. Even though we started making it with the random mode, because that's what we do in the classes at Nathaniel. With the chord progressions, you pick a key, any of the 12 that we have from C to whatever, it's given to you neatly in the circle of fifths. And here are some chord progressions that you could work on. The major 1-4-1-5, harmonic minor, the Andalusian cadence, which is very famous, Dorian rock progression, which I set by default because it's my favorite. Then a rather cheesy pop one, which you'll find all these artists using. And then a jazz one. So let's start with the Dorian rock. And this doesn't need random mode because you just pick a key. So F. So what is Dorian rock? It's 1, 3 flat, 7 flat, and 4. Let's see how Dorian rock sounds on the key of, what is this? F. Day, play along. So you could play the thirds diatonically in your right hand, and the roots which are mentioned there, the chord root. Improvise if you wish, and so on and so forth. You could even hear the music like all the other modes, as quarters, as quavers, as triplets, or semi-quavers. So this is a more musical mode. As you can see, you'll have that the jazz progression as well. Six. And we'll possibly add a few more progressions in the near future. Let us know what you want in the comments. Okay, so moving on to the more, I would say, the geeky mode, or the geekiest mode of them all, the circle pattern. So you could do 4-note groupings with the circle of fifths, clockwise, counterclockwise with different starting notes. So right now I'll pick C clockwise. So you see it shows up C, C, G, D, A, and keep going. And these are all perfect fifths, right? So if you want to now work on it counterclockwise, feel free. F, B flat, E flat, goes on. Yeah. And different starting notes, as always, you can start at any point, and the same speed manipulations. And there are other patterns like triangles of the circle of fifths, which will give you the augmented family, squares, which will give you the diminished family, the whole tone scale, basically whole tone movement. You can even go half whole in terms of steps, and if you really want, you even have the chromatic option. Okay, so this is our musical note generator app. We use it a lot in our classes, and I mean, it's been very helpful to teach this kind of principle, because at the end of the day, the most primitive thing to do as a musician is to know your notes. It's to shift from one note to the other, and then notes become intervals. Intervals become scales and chords. Intervals are the building blocks of music, as we know, because they form both your scales and chords. But before intervals, there are the actual 12 notes. So that's what this is all about. It gives you a set of 4, and then you jam along with it over a chord progression, over some of these circle patterns, or at complete random, or or intervallically. Okay, so let us know what you thought about the app. The link is in the description. Check it out, share it with all your musical friends. And if you're a musical educator, do stay tuned to this channel. We have a lot of tools for teachers which can help your students and manage your school which you run. So I look forward to hearing back from you. And as always, this is Jason Zach from Nathaniel. Don't forget to hit that subscribe and turn on the bell for regular notifications. I will catch you in the next one. Cheers.